Hey everyone, welcome to live streams of Global Trade Live. So today is 17th of June and we are now in pre-New York session over here. So let's just get started and let's see here. So GJ just dropped. I was looking at the GJ at this point, but it just dropped all the way down. So hello PS Gore, how are you? So this was around, let's see here. So GBPJPY was tapping onto this resistance over here. We already marked this resistance. We have this, sorry, not resistance, it's a support. So yeah, we already marked this support level over here, and GJ just tapped into that area and rejected that area now. So the thing is, it's currently again it has came into this channel over here, these two trend lines over here, and right now it's tapping on this zone. So what I'm thinking is still GBP JPY is still a sell for me, and the bias is totally sell. But what I want to see is it should create some sort of support over here, and then it should reverse back, and then it should test the low, and after testing the low it should be continue moving further down. So that's what I am looking for in GBP JPY, because I have drawn these trend lines over here in the 5 minutes, and what I saw is that this trend line over here was important trend line. So and another thing I noticed here is that this trend line over here was coming from the left. It respected several times in the past, and today it just finally got broke. And before breaking this trend line, this candle over here rejected this area, and then the next candle just broke the low in the first few seconds. So this was the trade I was looking for to enter. But the thing was, the candle didn't created upper wick and broke the low in the first few seconds. So whenever that happens, and I know that the and I was seeing that the market was coming down from this level over here straight down to this level. So I was expecting a pullback, a retracement, and then a reverse to go down. But that doesn't happen. So I'm just waiting here for the correct time to take the trade, and I think there should be some sort of retracement to the upside, and then it should be tapping this trend line, and maybe it will be creating some sort of rejection wicks on the trend line, and then when the next candle starts to break the lows, I'm gonna execute the sells. But for that I really need a good setup to form, because right now I don't know, the market scenario is quite, already the moves has been done. So if we want to take a move, then we really need to the market really needs to create a support. Okay, so let's look at the 5 minutes over here. So the 5 minutes has created some sort of retracement backup, and and now it has started to come down over here. So let's just check here what's going on. So right now this current candle is having around 1 hour and 20 minutes left to close. No, actually 2 hour 20 minutes left. Yeah, this candle is having 2 hour 20 minutes left to close, and I think it should be continue moving down. I really think that. Let's see here, what do we got? So this was some area over here, and below this area, let's just switch to the 30 minutes. So 30 minutes looks like, just hold on a sec, guys. Okay, so if we talk about the 30-minute time frame over here, then we below this area over here, we do have some range of about 4 or 5 pips only. And alright, so the range is not enough below this area over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that it should retrace a little bit, and then it should be coming down, because the thing is, market already came down from this level over here, right? It came all the way down. So now we can expect some move to happen and reject this trend line, so that we can have some sort of confirmations that okay, so the market is now staying below these areas, these levels over here, and staying below the price 154.530. So that means that maybe it should be, it's just creating a low over here and will be creating a resistance, and when it will be creating a resistance, it can just fall down from that level. So that can also be the case. And let's see here. Okay, look, gold. So right now gold is breaking the low over here, and it should be falling. Yeah, but we don't know whether which way, how much far it will be going. So by looking at this picture over here, this scenario over here, I think it should be falling now, because it has just created upper wick, breaking the low, and 1 minute 40 seconds left here. So it should be creating another low, at least 10-12 pips minimum. And but the thing is, look at this here. In the 5 minutes, the stops is around 20 pips here. So we really cannot trade in 20 pips of stop and anticipating for the move to go down, because guys, are you receiving the stream? Am I visible to everyone? Alright, that's great, because here at my system the video just got stopped, so that's why I thought that the stream has ended. Look, it just went all the way down. Yeah, this was the move here. So but the thing is, we could not just take this trade, because look at here, the stops is pretty big here, 20 pips of stop. I really cannot trade like this in this high stop over here, because if you just switch to the 1 minute also, if you just switch to the 1 minute also, then when this candle broke the low, this candle closed with no wick, and when this candle closed with no wick, you waited for another candle, and the other candle just went all the way down, and there was no move here. The stops was so big. So yeah, okay, so GBPJPY 15 minute has closed at this support over here, and maybe it should be creating some sort of low, going up, creating a lower high, and after creating a lower high it will be creating a resistance, and after creating a resistance it should be falling down. So when it will be giving us some confirmations after going up, then I'm gonna execute sells here. Okay, so this is a very important level over here. 154.405 is really important level, because if we get some more information, then this is the level over here, and look, multiple times rejection here, then rejection here, rejection here, again, and again, and again it's at the same spot over here. So at this spot anything can happen here, but with the trend line analysis over here, as the market, let me just open my drawing tool over here. Okay, so the market was moving in this area, right? So it went out, tapped into this area, again went up, tapped into this area, again went up. Now finally it has came under this trend line again. It has came under this trend line again. So if it's going again inside, and if it's attacking this support over here, and right now GBPJPY is in extreme volume, so I think it should be falling down to this level, and this level will be around here. So this should be our next target for now, but let's see, because we also need some confirmations here. We cannot just take a trade like that. So even though this candle just dropped all the way down, I'm not gonna execute any trade, because I really need some sort of retracement, and then should be falling down, because at this point when it will be creating a resistance, I'm gonna execute my sells, because right now there's a very high chance that it might retrace back up. So if it starts to retrace back up even after breaking this low over here, you cannot do anything, because this wick over here, this long wick, is a rejection wick. So market can come down to this wick over here and can reject this wick. So there's no option left for us except to wait. We just need to wait and see how the market will be reacting these areas, and how the market will be creating a resistance over here. Because always remember, you always sell from the resistance and you always buy from the support. So whenever the market is moving down, always resistance forms and it starts falling from that area, and when the market is moving up, creates a support, and always go from that support. Like it did here. At this point, market came all the way down, market created a support over here, market created a low over here, and it came all the way down from this point, and it created a resistance over here, and it then fall down from the resistance. So market always moves like this. So just need to be so you just need to be very patient about taking the trades, because you don't know whether the market will be retracing back up. Even though in front of my eyes I was just watching this move happening here, but I couldn't do anything, because I could not execute this trade, because the low was broken in the first few seconds only. And whenever that happens, whenever a candle breaks the low in the or the high in the first few seconds, the chances are pretty high that uh, it might just it might just retraces back up. The chances of doing that is pretty high at that point. So I always wait for few minutes to pass away, and then when it breaks the low, after that I take the trade. You should trade when there is more probability, basically. Look, it just fall from this level 39 pips. Gold is really insane. Man, this was a good move, but the thing is, stops was pretty high. Pretty high. And when we are about to take the trade, we cannot just think about having profits. We have to think about having losses. So in this case, I was losing way much. 20 pips. But with GJ, it's really very comfortable with GJ. GJ gives me around maximum of 10-11 pips of stop loss. Sometimes it gives me only 4-5 pips of stop loss. So that's really a good thing about GBPJPY. Okay, so still 2 hours left here with this candle. I don't know what this candle will be doing in these 2 hours. And let's just find out some symmetry over here, if there is any symmetry. Look, by looking at this candle over here, it created a upper wick. Now it's moving down, but the thing is, there is only 9 minutes left. And if we just switch to the lower time frames over here, we can see that the market, I don't know, there are so many bearish candles over here. Look at this. Whenever the market comes down, it always moves up to retrace back. So it has came down all the way, and now it has to retrace back. That's what I think, because this low is far away from this level, 7 pips away. So if it breaks the low, we can keep our stops. 16 pips is pretty high, but still it can reject this wick and starts to go up. So this will be a extremely risky trade. Look, the 5-minute looks good here. 5 minutes looks like it break the low over here, and now it will be moving down at least to this point. 5-6 pips. Okay. And after 8 minutes, this 1 hour candle will also be closing. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll not execute this trade because it's at a very delicate level. Because if in the last 7 minutes the 1 hour candle or any candle starts to reverse back, it will be closing above this support over here, and the next candle will be taking this candle retrace back in its own range, and that will be our retracement. So yeah, let's see and wait. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, really delicate level over here. Market can come down first to this level, which is around 16-17 pips away from the current level. So if we get a retracement, then we will be having more pips to capture. So okay, this trend line is okay, this is okay. Let me just remove these lines. Okay, let's just draw over volume times here. Hello Abhishek, how are you? Okay. Gold is. Hey Nishil, how are you? Okay, so if we draw some more information here, let's just go to the gold. Let's drop down the time frame here. Okay, this is quite messy. Let's go here. Let's see. Okay, so this is correct. Market went down and came to this level over here. Now it's kind of rejecting this area. This candle is struggling, not going up, not going down. Uh, okay, so if we draw some other information, let's get some other information here. Let's see. Okay, so maybe that's why it's rejecting this area, because right now it just tapped almost in onto this trend line and rejected that area. So now it's more important for GJ to just reverse back, test this line over here, and then drop further down. So now waiting is the key. Yesterday, uh, yesterday night, there was FOMC USA. Damn, I just look at that move and I was sleeping at that time. Otherwise, I would have just used my news trader EA, because it didn't moved anywhere else. The US pairs, they were just skyrocketed at that time. Not even a single pip retracement happened. Not even a single pip retracement. And pair like Euro USD, it just dropped 165 pips straight. There was a first drop, little bit consolidation, and then it dropped further. Total 165 pips it dropped. Good move happened. Okay, look. So now this 30-minute candle is about to break the low over here. But the thing is, we cannot take this trade. We really need to wait here. One minute left here for the 30-minute candle to close, and for the 1 hour candle to close, in fact. So in the last few seconds, it might just reject this area and close back up here for the retracement. So let's see in the last 40 seconds where it will be closing. Let's just see gold here. Oh, there is nothing on the left. Where is the graph here? Yeah, finally. Okay, so if we talk about gold over here, 35 pips of range is there at this point. and possible targets will be here. Okay, so 30-minute candle just closed below this support area over here, but it's strongly rejecting this area. Let's go to the 5 minutes over here and see what is happening in the 5 minutes over here. So if we look in the 5 minutes over here, the current 5-minute candle just crosses above the previous 5-minute candle, and if this current 5-minute candle closes bullish, then that means that, so now we are getting some information out of the chart. So that means that this will be another trend line for us. Oops, let me just draw it again. Yeah, so if this current candle closes bullish, then that means that a support has been formed. This was a support, this was another support, so that means this support is higher than this support, then that means it will be moving up. So if it's moving up, then it's good for us, because then that means that it might retrace back to our desired level, and when it will be rejecting that level and creating a resistance, at that point we can sell in the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes time frame according to the technical analysis and setup forming. And I just want this candle to close bullish so that this trend line will be supporting this analysis over here. So now maybe retracement time for GBPJPY. Okay, so let's just get back on gold here. Okay, still it's far away. It's far away from this level over here. It's still 78 pips away. Let's see here. In the gold, what information did we have? So this was a channel going on. Okay, so this, how beautifully market always respects the trend line. Always. So this candle, 5-minute candle, is about to close in 1 minute over here, and if this candle closes bullish, then that's a good sign for us. Let's see here. 30-minute candle started. 1 hour. 1 hour is also started here. Okay, by looking at the 1 hour, I think if this 1 hour candle creates upper wick and breaks the low, then I think that will make total sense to trade sell here, because we will be having 17 pips to catch up, and that trade will be in the 1 hour, because look at here, the 1 hour candle is now moving up, retracing up, creating upper wick. So that's a kind of setup we always want to trade. So if this 1 hour candle breaks this low, maybe I'm gonna execute sells, but that totally depends upon the setup and the trend lines also. So right now I'm just thinking about taking sells when it break the low, but with time as the time passes, we will see some clarity whether it will be a good setup to trade or not. So this candle closed bullish over here. That means a support has been formed, and if the current candle breaks the high, that means the retracement is happening here. Okay, so gold is also now retracing back, I think. Let's see the 5-minute in gold. So if we draw this trend line, it has came back again into this trend line, and I think there is channel forming over here. Yeah. So this could be a fake out, and gold can possibly go up to test this area over here, and let's see here. Yeah. So the thing is, if gold crosses above this trend line, then that means it should go up to test that area to the upper trend line, and let's just draw this resistance over here and give it a yellow line. Yeah. So if a candle closes above this yellow line, that means 1800.74, then there's a high chance that it might go further up to test the upper trend line, which will be around 20 to 25 pips. And if a candle rejects this trend line, the lower trend line over here, and starts to go down, then there is a higher chance of going down. So still got 1 minute 40 seconds left here. And look, GBPJPY, this 5-minute candle just crosses above this wick over here, and now it's moving up. So that's a good sign. We just wanted something like this to happen. And look at the 4-hour. 4-hour is rejecting this area. So still got almost 2 hours here in this 4-hour candle to close, and there is a very good sign that if this candle is retracing back up in its own wick, then that means it can fill its own wick, because now it's retracing all the way back up, and whenever there is a retracement, there is a higher chance of testing that low again. So if that happens, then that means this 4-hour candle will be moving more down. So if that will be happening, then now we will be ready for that move to happen. Okay, gold is respecting this trend line and now moving down over here. So let's see. Guys, I'm not gonna execute any trade in gold, so I'll just call a trade in gold, because I'm really not comfortable trading the gold because of the high stop loss values. So if there is a low stop loss, then maybe I'll execute some trades in gold, but my focus will be mainly on GBPJPY. This candle is about to close bearish. Yes, this candle just closed bearish. And look, this is the rejection area here. I think gold will be falling here. It's respected that area, trend line, and now it's creating upper wick maybe in the 5 minutes. Still got few seconds here. Okay, so now here's the thing. If this 5-minute candle breaks the low, then there will be high chance of gold to go down. But if this 5-minute candle respects this low and breaks the high, then that means this is a support and gold will be moving up. Yeah. So now it's just a matter of time here. So it's been only 50 seconds. 1 minute has just passed away, and it might reject this area and come all the way down. So if that happens, then the chances of going down will be increasing. That means, let's see here, then 15 minutes here. Okay, 15 minute is retracing, 30 minute is kind of rejecting and creating this wick. So maybe this 30-minute candle will be creating upper wick and fill the wick here, fill this wick. So if that happens, you will get your pips. 5 minute, yeah. Stops will be really high, 16, 17 pips. GJ is coming down again. Where the GJ will be moving from this point. I really think that it should retrace back a little bit and then it should go down. Gold is struggling here, and now 2 minutes has left at this point. So if this candle now rejects this area and come all the way down and break the low, oh, it broke the high over here, but there is this trend line. So if it wants to go up, then it has to close above this trend line. Two minutes is left away and this candle is rejecting this area. Because if this breaks the low in the last 1 minute, then the chances of going down will be very high. GJ is coming down right now. It's about to break the previous candle's low. Let's see the 15 minutes over here. Okay, 15 minutes will be closing bullish, and let's see where the next 15-minute candle will be going. Forty seconds left here. Gold just dropped all the way down, 670 pips. Okay, so the previous candle also closed under this resistance, respected that trend line also, and I want this current candle to create upper wick, reject this area, and then break the low. If that happens, then that means it should be going down, and once that breaks the low of the previous candle, then maybe 10 pips easy. But the thing is, there is another thing here. It went up, this was a support, now again a support has been formed here, because this previous candle closed in front of this bearish candle. So at this point the current candle might reject this area and move up, so anything can happen. That's why we really need a wick to the upper side and rejection to be happening there. Okay, it has just broke the low. Oh, rejected that area. So I think if gold breaks this low over here, then it should be moving down. GJ current 15-minute candle is respecting the previous candle's low, and maybe it will be doing this wick fill to the previous 15-minute candle by going up, and after that will create some sort of resistance. Okay, gold is coming down now. It broke this low, I think should fall down. Because that will be the previous 30-minute candle's wick fill. Yeah, it's coming down. So this will be the 10 pips here. So if anybody took this trade, when the gold will be coming to the entry point, just close half of the trade to minimize your risk, because the thing is it can just suddenly flip up. So just make sure that you manage your trades as well, because it's kind of rejecting this area. So with volume it should move down, but right now it's kind of rejecting this area. Look, so just make sure you manage your risk very well. At this point you should be closing half of the trade. And your stops should be above this current 5-minute candle here. Because once it starts to go down and break this trend line, there's nothing which can stop gold from going down to this level. Okay, it just starts to move down now. Soon it will be reaching your 10 pips. GJ is doing the same thing we are expecting it to do. Gold is also following the analysis as for now. 15 seconds left here for the 5-minute candle to close. So this candle looks like closing bearish, and the next candle can wake up and go all the way down. 3, 2, 1. New candle just formed, and new candle should just go down to this level at least. it's coming to our target. So guys, if you are in this trade, then let's see here. Then now if gold starts to move up to your entry point, just close another half at that point. So it broke the previous candle's low, it should be coming down now. Yeah, it should go down. We'll tap this trend line and reject it a little bit, and then it will finally break this. Let's see here if you got a 10 pips or not. Okay, so 10 pips target has already achieved here. So congratulations to all of those who have just took this trade. At 10 pips you should just secure 90% and let the rest run. Let the rest run, because if gold starts to drop from here, it should be dropping further down, at least 20 more pips from this level. So that was a call on gold. Because look, how did we just analyzed this whole thing over here? Because of with the help of these trend lines and with the help of the support and resistance level. And when we look at the market structure, we always know that the candles are rejecting these areas, the next candle breaking the lows, so it should be coming down. So that's how you should be, able to spot the moves happening. Look, I knew at this point when I was about to take the trade that I can take this trade, but the thing was this top over here. It was around 20 pips was stopped there. Yeah, actually the stops was okay, but I am really not comfortable trading the gold sometimes, so I just stay away. But you guys like trading gold. Okay, so that was our first call. Let me just write it down. Gold sells 10 pips. Look, as I told you that it will reject this trend line, move further up, and maybe with volume you can see a breakdown here and go to this level finally. Which time frame is best to take quick result in gold? PS Gore, that's not definite that which time frame you should be trading to get the quick results in gold. The thing is, I break down higher time frames into lower time frames. I'll explain this. If first, when I came to the chart today, I saw gold was doing these kind of moves over here. So the market structure was pretty clear for me. It came down, went up, created a resistance, now coming down, right? So I knew that the gold scenario is sell, right? So what I did was I went to the 1 hour, and in the 1 hour, sorry, this is GJ, and in the 1 hour I got sort of this kind of structure which told me that came down, created resistance, again came down. So at this point I was watching the market. Gold just broke the low and come down, but the thing was I couldn't execute any trade here because the stops would be around 26 pips, and plus I really don't like trading gold. So I didn't took that trade. Plus, and when I switched to the 30 minutes over here, in 30 minutes I saw uh, candles breaking the lows here, but the wicks were huge, so I waited for proper setup to be formed. Like this was a proper setup here. When this candle broke the low, it was the trade of 60 pips maybe, and stops, but the stops are really big, 26 pips according to the 30 minutes. So I switch to 5 minutes. Then I switched directly to 5 minutes. Why? Because in the 5 minutes you get opportunities to keep your stop loss low, and with the help of trend lines you get more clear decisions and vision of the market. So see how I broke down the higher time frames to the smaller time frames to execute the trade. This is how you should be doing. This is how you should break down every time frame, and just select that time frame which suits the best according to the currency pair. Like in gold, it's really, it's really difficult to trade the bigger time frames because of the high stop loss. In fact, in the smaller time frames also, like in 5 minutes, the stops can be pretty big. Like here it's 11 pips, and if we give stop loss to the previous high, then it's around 17-18 pips in the 5 minutes. Can you imagine? So that's the issue with the gold. So if you want to keep your stops low and everything good, just make sure that you analyze the bigger time frames and execute the trades in the smaller time frames. Look, gold always plays dirty. It now went all the way up. Everybody who was in the trade right here, now they got just stopped out, and those who were keeping their stops around this level, they also got stopped out, and now it just went all the way down, and now nobody knows where it will be going, because it's now tapping the lower trend line, tapping the upper trend line. Really messy. Okay, finally, what the hell is happening with GJ? Let's see here. Oh, look at this rejection happening at this point. This level is really an important level. But this can be a good thing also, because 1 hour 30 minutes has left away in this 4-hour candle to close. So if we just see here, okay, so the thing is, uh 17 seconds left away, right? So let's see how this 15-minute candle will be closing. I wanted this candle to close under this trend line over here, so that next candle can be a sell candle and we can take the trade, but I think that will not be the case here. Look, this candle, 15-minute candle, just closed above this trend line, but below this resistance. So right now the market conditions are not really clear, so we really need to wait for more time here. So now the thing is, we need a support to be formed. If GJ is going up, then we really need a support to be formed to catch a buy trade, because we cannot take a buy trade when this candle break the high over here, as we have this green range. The thing is, the problem is, we have this problem here to the left. There is this resistance coming from the left, so market can possibly reject this resistance, close back in this trend line, creating this thing as a fake out of the trend line, and then the next candle can start to go down. So we really need some good confirmations here, like a support forming, something like that. I'll be just back in 2 minutes, guys. Okay, so GJ is dropping here. Let's go to 5 minutes. 5 minute candle is about to close under this area, and let's wait for this candle to close. fun, fun happens. Is saying 1 second time frame for quick result. Yeah, we have this 1 second time frame. Okay, so here's another information here. Let's just draw this line. This information is there. So now we need candles to come out of this trend line, and then we can sell. 15-minute candle is having almost 5 minutes here left. Let's see. Oh, look at this, how beautifully it's rejecting this area. 15-minute. You know, if the next 15-minute candle, if this 15-minute candle stops bearish, and the next 15-minute candle breaks the low, I'm gonna take the sell trade, because this is some kind of setup I want. Okay, look at here. So the current 5-minute candle just opened outside this trend line, and it should drop down. So yeah, it should create upper wick, and when it rejects that area, breaks the low, it should drop down. So the question is, should I take this trade or not, or should I wait for the 15-minute candle to close? I think I should wait for the 15-minute candle to close and take the trade in the next 15-minute candle. That's something I should do. Because this candle can also reject the area from the left and starts to go up, and can be closing up. But the thing is, if this candle starts to drop, that means it has rejected the upper area and now it's dropping. so it should go down to at least this level, and it will be dropping to this level, and even after that it rejects this level and goes up, then I can manage my trade very well. But in case this candle just starts to drop further down and I don't execute the trade, then maybe we won't be getting any chance to execute a trade here, because I think that this a low has been created, a high has been created, this is a resistance which has been created and which is matching with the resistance from coming from the left. So I think uh, that will be a great idea to sell. But the way it's moving, it's like it's about to break the high. Okay, so 2 minutes left here. So now if this candle breaks the low, now it makes total sense here to execute sell trade. So let's see in this 2 more minutes here whether it will be breaking the low or not, because right now it has gone up, tested that area, closed back in the trend line, creating this as a fake out move. Next candle opened outside these trend lines, and it's kind of rejecting the upper trend line over here, maybe closing back below this trend line. That's what we want. So now it's just waiting time here. If this breaks the low, I'm gonna execute sells, keeping my stops above around here, 7-8 pips. but really need to be very careful about that, because anything can happen in the last 1 minute. Okay, it's coming down now. Oh, look at the rejection. Yeah, that's why it's really important to wait for a candle to break the lows of the previous candles or high of the previous candles. So now 46 seconds left. Now I'll just wait for this candle to close. I look at this here. Same thing gold did. We expected the gold to move further down with volume. It did the same. It break down with volume. So now it's about to close above this trend line again, but I really don't want this to close above the trend line. If it wants to go down, it should reject this area and should be closing below the trend line in the last. Yeah, there's no time left here. So this candle just closed above the trend line. Let me just readjust this trend line. So this area has been rejected once, so maybe it will be rejecting twice, and finally it will be dropping in 15 minutes over here. So let's see the 30 minutes. 30 minutes is about to break the high over here, and if that happens, then it might move up, but let's see here. So this is some kind of support forming here, I think. But the thing is, 4-hour candle is still bearish, and I'm not expecting this candle to close all the way outside this trend line by going all the way up, but I'm expecting this candle to move further down and fill its own wick. So my bias is bearish in GJ. If I get a bearish chance below 154.530, then I'm gonna take it. If I don't get a bearish chance, then I'll just wait. Two minutes left here for this candle to close. This candle broke above all these highs to the left, but it's still kind of struggling here. So let's just wait, because it's at a very strong level right now, and the overall trend is also bearish. Yeah, so still got 13 minutes, 12 minutes left for the 1-hour candle to close. Gold is not stopping. gold is gone away. So let's see some symmetry here. Yeah, I think right now this leg is going on here. Yeah, this makes total sense. This level is this level, this level is this level, and this level will be this level over here. So yeah, I think it should be dropping down to complete this leg over here, and once it drop here, it should be going up to complete this leg. Yeah, so that can be the case here. Alright, so 5-minute candle has just crossed all the way up, closed with no wick. Now what? No confirmations. 30-minute candle also went up. USD news 6 p.m. Let's see here. Yeah, in 40 minutes there will be USD news. Initial jobless claims. Let's trade the news today. Okay, so there is some more information in 30 minutes. Yeah. So we can see some sort of possible rejections in this area. The thing is, right now GBPJPY is extremely in a very messy position, because sell move already happened. Now we need another sell move, and we don't know whether today another sell move will be happening or not. So if we change our buys again and again by knowing that GJ is going down, if we forcefully take a buy trade, then GJ can just give us some loss. So I'll trade USD news today with my news trader, and I hope that the move yesterday happened going down will be corrected today. But let's see what was the result from yesterday. I didn't saw the news. FOMC press conference was there, so that was because of press conference this week. Yesterday was Wednesday. 11:30 Fed interest rate decision. The interest rate kept the same. That means the move came down, should be corrected, if that's the reason of going USD strong. Yeah, USD should be correcting itself, and I think it will be correcting yesterday's move. So let's just open that graph over here. Damn, whenever I see gold, I just got scared. Gold is really insane. Let's remove everything. 30 minutes. So this is Euro USD over here, and this was move. Look at here, it didn't moved a little bit up. It didn't move. So if I was there and placed a sell stop at this point, how much we could have earned in the single candle? 72 pips in one single candle. I think I should be trading the news on regular basis, because sometimes I really don't watch the news, because news is just a temporary part of the market, and market has to move wherever it has to move. So sometimes news comes positive and market goes opposite, so there is no explanation for that. So market has to go where it has to go. So I think today we are gonna, let's see, GBP USD here. I think I'll trade GBP USD today in the news time. So if this moves, no move will be getting corrected, then I'll be capturing that thing. Okay, so GJ 5 minute and 15 minute is kind of struggling here. Okay, so this candle just closed like this. So now we have 5 more minutes left for the 30 minute and 1 hour candle to close. So let's just switch to 30 minutes here. 30 minutes is now rejecting the upper area. So if the 30 minute candle closes below this trend line over here, then that means chances of going down has been increased, because the market has failed to maintain itself above 154.515, and now it has rejected the area above 154.515 and came all the way back down and closed back in below the trend line. So that's some sort of one confirmation for us to execute sells, but we really need more confirmations as well. So what will be our next confirmation? Our next confirmation will be breaking the lows of the candle in the 5 minute or 15 minute. So let's just wait for 4 more minutes. So in case, well, this could be a pretty good trade here in gold when it broke the low. Again, 81 pips. Nice. PS God is saying GBP AUD. Alright, so let's just check GBP AUD here. Oh, GBP AUD is moving up. Let's just remove everything here and refresh this analysis. So daily is going with heavy volume to the upside, and it's kind of breaking these highs over here to move up at least to this level. So in the bigger time frames we can see bullish movement, and in the 4-hour now this is something really tricky here in the 4-hour. I think you should wait for the 4-hour candle to close. After 1 hour you should take some decisions, because right now it's at the strong rejection zone, which is here. So if the 4-hour candle breaks above this zone, then you can go for buys, look for buys. And if this 4-hour candle closes back in the zone, below the zone, then you can wait for the next candle to create upper wick and then go down. So I'll just suggest that wait for 1 more hour and let the candle close, because right now you cannot take a buy, you cannot take a sell. Right now it's just waiting time here, because there's nothing on the left. You are at the rejection zone in the smaller time frames also, so just wait here. Oh, GJ is just dropping here. Damn. Let's just go to the 15 minutes over here. This candle is about to close. What the it dropped 8 pips already. So let's just go to 30 minutes over here and see. 30 minute is closing in 14 seconds. That's good. That's nice. So 1 hour. Alright, so guys, the idea is, now this is good. So the idea is I want 1 hour candle to create upper wick and break this low. Once the 1 hour will be breaking this low, I'm gonna sell. And I think the next candle will be a big candle. Why? Because we have this big move, retracement, big move, retracement. And if this candle breaks the low, then we will be having big move. Plus, currently we are at New York Open right now, so that makes total sense here. I think if this current candle breaks the low, then this should be moving down. So let's go to the 5 minute and see what 5 minute is doing. But there's this level over here. We got around 1 hour left. 30 minute candle is breaking the low. I really want to take this trade, but something is stopping me. It's dropping. I think I'll take the trade once a candle breaks this low over here. I'll keep my stop at this level, 8 pips. Okay, so let's get ready, guys, because at any time GJ can break the low. I just entered a sell trade here. Kept my stops at around 11 pips and take profit is around 9-10 pips. So now I'm trusting the volume to push the price down. So because right now it's at a very delicate situation also, so it can also reject this area, but once it starts to break here down below, then it will be going down. Okay, it's rejecting that area. So if it breaks its own high, I'll close half. I closed half position here. I'm gonna add positions back once it starts to go down again. So once it breaks its own high again, I'm gonna close another half. Let's see here. Yeah, it broke the high, but it didn't go. I closed another half here. I closed another half here. The previous 5-minute candle closed with no wick. So now I'm running with a very small positions for position left. We just got stopped out. So it's around minus 8 pips over here. Yeah. Let's just write this down. Now it's coming down. No problem. I'll take this trade again. So what went wrong here? Let's just talk about what went wrong. This candle closed under these trend lines. This candle broke this low over here and finally broke this low over here, but it rejected this trend line, and finally the rejection was so massive that it just went all the way up, and now it it has just it's rejecting this trend line over here also. So at this point, what we can do, and make our decisions better over here. So the only thing we can do is we can just wait. We can just wait for what? Let's just go here. We can just wait for this 1 hour candle to flip all the way back and again break its low. Once that happens, we will be having another opportunity. That simply means our opportunity will be around here, 154.347. So once the price comes down and break this price over here, that will be the point we can execute the trade. Because if the price breaks that area again, the chances of going down has already increased, and the market will be going down in the 1 hour candle at that point. So 1 hour candle will be giving us at least 10 to 12 pips, and that will be enough. And after that trade, I'll call it a day. Because my bias is still sells for GJ. A resistance has been formed here. Now it should continue moving down, I think. Four minutes have left here for this candle to close. Gold, I think gold is again trying to go down. I think what I could have done here is I could have just waited for the market to break below this wick, because if I waited for the market to doing that, then that means the candle has surpassed away this trend line and breaking this wick. So at that time the chances of going down would have increased. But here when I took this trade, the market is exactly at the trend line. Okay, so I think, yeah, I got my mistake here. So that was a bad entry I took, and I learned from this trade over here, because I thought about why I lost this trade, because everything was going good, but why it just went opposite. So this was the reason. I took the trade at the bottom of the trend line, and the market just respected that line and went up. But now this point will be valid, because the market will be coming down again from this area over here. So I'll just wait. Let's see the difference between these two levels. Distance is around 1-2 pips, so maybe I'll take the trade here at this level. That will make more sense. $53 remaining in this candle to close, and 16 minutes remaining for the news to come out. Look, GU is struggling here, because that's a really strong resistance area. So let's see here, 15 minutes remaining for the news, and we will be getting ready before the news to take the trade. Yeah, it's coming down now. This candle I think should be dropping more. because now once it breaks the 154.337 level, that will be the point where where now the probability of going down has really increased very much. Because earlier it did some kind of fake out thing by breaking the low of the 1 hour candle, it still went up. But now if it comes down to break the low again, then it will be coming down to go down. So I'll just ready for that. Let's see here. 40 minutes left for the 4 hour candle to close, and I think this candle should be coming all the way down. 1 hour previous candle rejected this area, current candle rejected this area, break the low, but let's see the 30 minutes over here. Previous 30-minute candle closed bearish. This candle broke the low, came down. What can happen here? Yeah, I really think that if GJ will be starts to fall down from here, then let me just show you this. Look at here. Right now GJ is at this point. If we just squeeze the graph, then this is the next point over here, somewhere here, because it's coming from this point, this point, this point, and now there should be this point again here. So if we calculate this range, then this is minimum will be around 22-23 pips. So if GJ starts to drop from this point, then it should be dropping hard and it will be stopping at this level. So I'll be booking at least 20 pips in that trade. Okay, it's coming down. Let's just go to the trading view. Get ready, guys. Anytime it can drop further. Let's just go to the 1 hour over here and see. So as we expected, it dropped to this level. Now it's creating a resistance over here. A resistance has been formed. So now let's see how this candle will be reacting and how this candle will be closing. Still got 3 more minutes here. Yeah, I think in the last 40 minutes here it should be dropping. Let's see whether the gold dropped further or not. Oh, it just dropped. It just dropped. So we have 5 minutes left here for the 30-minute candle to close. Okay, so in 5 minutes the news is also coming. Alright. So let me just open the news trader over here. Where is that? So guys, I'll be trading the news in GBPUSD, and let's just check this here. Let's just first check the settings. Stop loss will be 8 pips. Okay, take profit 100 pips, break even 4 pips, trade size 10, max spread, max slippage. Alright, so I think everything is good here. Okay, GJ is dropping also. So I'll activate the news trader before the news, maybe when there is only seconds left. So I'll be placing my buy stops, the trend line for buy stops. Let me just show you. I'll just show you. So these are the points here. I'll be placing my stops, these trend lines, and before the news will be coming out, I'll just switch on the auto trader button so that the EA can take the trade. Let me just squeeze this so that everybody can see what will be happening here. Okay, so now we have everything in place. I'll take the GJ trade once it breaks the low, this level over here. I'll activate the news. This is separate account for only for news trading. Because I think GBP USD for the news. Okay, so guys, few seconds left. I'll just activate the auto trader button here. Now I'll let the EA do its work and I'll focus on GBPJPY here. Ten seconds left. I just hope. Oops, what the hell is going on? GBPJPY is coming down, about to break the low. So we got, I think, half an hour left here. Yeah, half an hour left here. The news is not making any impact on the market. Yeah, I'll just stop the trader here. Is there something happen in gold? Nothing much. Nope, nothing. So I'll just delete everything and close this news trader here, because I was expecting a single candle moving in the direction. So that doesn't happen, so there is nothing to trade on the news. Now I'm really anticipating this 1 hour candle and GBPJPY to go further down. Okay, looks like it starts to go down now. So I'll execute the trade once it breaks the level. And this will be my last trade for today. If something happens, then it has to happen now. Otherwise, look, it broke the low again. It broke that low again. Now it's rejecting that low again. So now I am not expecting the price to move up. I am expecting the price to go down and break this price level. Once that happens, I'm gonna enter the trade. Because look, if I would have entered again at this point, at same point, I would have trapped again at this level. So right now GBPJPY is just trapping the traders over here. So once I got trapped, I learned from that losing trade why I just got trapped, and at this time I just managed not to get trapped here. So I saved myself at this point. And now once it comes down again and break this low, this price level, I'll be executing the trade. But if if in that case also, if it starts to reject and go up, then there is no probability of GJ to go down. Then we really need something. We really need to wait for a whole day to trade, because this is my last trade for today. Okay, it's going down now. So this will be a 1 hour candle trade, and I am anticipating the 1 hour candle to go all the way down. Damn it, look at this rejection over here. It's not going anywhere. Maybe because of this trend line here. Look, the 5-minute candle again rejected this area, closed above like a doji candle over here. So still got 25 minutes here for the 4-hour candle to close, and 4-hour candle should be coming down. It's coming down now. It just broke the low again. Now it's doing something. Yeah, it should. Let's just draw this trend line over here. Yeah, this makes total sense. I just took a sell trade at this point. Again, kept my stops around 9.2 pips. Now I'm anticipating for the candle to go all the way down. Now with volume, it should be going down. So this is our 10 pips over here, to be exact. Right now I'm in 3 pips of profit, 4 pips right now. I'm gonna hold this trade for much longer, I think, because now I'm anticipating for the 1 hour candle to go all the way down. So let's see here. Yeah, at least to this level now. This 4-hour candle should be reaching this level, which is around 24 pips away, but we need only 10-15 pips, maximum 20. So 154.431 is my stops. Let me just give my trade a stop. 154.431. 154.431. Yeah, look, this 4-hour candle broke this low over here. Now there should be volume coming in the market and push the price more down. I really think that this candle should be going far down, and we will be earning profits in 4-hour. If that happens, then this should be the point it will be reaching. Yeah. "27 seconds for this candle to close." Just don't close with no wick. Oh, come on, man. What the why? But no worries, we are still trading the 4-hour candle, so let's wait. Let's just find some more information to manage the trade. There is this information here. So I need price to stay below this trend line over here. So if a candle closes above this trend line, then that means the chances of going up will be high. So I'll close half or maybe everything at that point. Right now, very delicate situation is there. 5-minute candle is just closed with no wick. So this candle, I really don't know right now. So, but I want this. I can see going down this 4-hour candle extremely down to this level. But really need a push, a volume to come in the market and push the price all the way down. So if we calculate our 20 pips, then 20 pips will be around here. So let me just give this line here. So I just want this candle to now reverse and go all the way down, creating upper wick. Yeah, finally 6.8 pips of profit running. Now I am shifting my stops at this 5-minute candle over here, which is at 154.403. .3 pips running right now. 8 pips. Come on, man, we just need a push, and we know that you're going down now. Just go down to this trend line. Now the thing is, if it starts to go back to my entry point, I'm gonna close half of the position, because I'm not anticipating for the price to move up, but if it goes back to my entry point, then I have to manage my risk. So that's the okay, 8.4 pips. Come on, 9.5 pips. So 9.2. So if anybody wants to close, they can close here at 9 pips. Come on. My trade is still open with the full lot size here, because I will wait for the price to go down to this line over here. I'll wait for this 4-hour candle to close, and I really think that this candle will be pushing down like this big candle. This should be the big candle, because look at here, if you look at the left, price is coming all the way from the left, and this is the valid point here for the market. So this is the last 15 minutes of the 4-hour candle, and still 1-hour candle is struggling. So maybe it will make some bullish candle and then will make a bearish candle to go down in the smaller time frames also. 5 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1. So this candle just closed like this. So if the price stays below this trend line, oh, what the hell is happening here? If the price is staying below this trend line over here, we are good to hold our trade. Finally 10 pips achieved. Congratulations everybody. Now you can keep your stops at somewhere around valid point. At a valid point, 154.365 will be the valid point. 365, because I'm holding the trade for much longer, so I'll just wait, because now we can get extreme push to this level. So once I get that, I'll close the trade. I'll just close the half to here, I think. Yeah, I have closed the half here, so I booked the half, and I'll now I'm taking my stops at break. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think. SL at break even, 13 pips running right now. And I'll wait for the price to tap this level. Yeah, look at this candle over here, how beautiful it's just going down. So once this candle reaches this trend line, I'll close everything, because the way it's moving down, it's a replica of this big candle over here. So this candle should be a big candle. 15 pips running right now. 13 minutes left. $17.4 pips running. Here you can see 17.4 pips. Look how the market beautifully respects these analysis over here. We learned from our mistakes and we executed at the right time. 18.2 pips. Maybe I'll close everything at 20 pips. So I have closed everything here. I booked everything. So yeah. So congratulations everybody who has just made some profits today. Look, the candle just tapped onto this trend line, or 20 pips here, and it will be tapping soon to this trend line over here. You will see it will be tapping this trend line and reject this area. So this is something you should be doing each and every day. So let's see. In our second trade we earned around 13 to 20 pips. So I'll just write down 15. Look at this move over here. This move I was talking about. So this was our third trade for today. GBPJPY sells plus 20 pips. Right. So let's see here. Look at this here. It's coming and approaching this trend line. Market always moves like this. I told you we are on this leg over here. Now when the market will be reaching here, it might start to make this leg over here. So from here it can go up, but we have done and we are in profits. So I think, yeah, so that's it guys, that's it. We are done for the day. Congratulations everybody who has just made some profits with us, and let's meet tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the streams and gained some knowledge out of it. So, and also guys, just call your friends and everyone who is in Forex so that they can come over on our live streams and they can learn and trade as well, because I want everyone to take benefit of this. So take care everyone. Thank you. Goodbye. Enjoy the day.